Good morning. It is Saturday. Welcome to the weekend. I'm Tyler Fingert. Thanks for waking up with us this morning. So far, it has been a beautiful start to this Saturday morning and this weekend. Meteorologist Matt Barentine is here with a look at your first forecast. Matt, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Tyler. We've been able to see those clouds off of the distance here this morning. Nicely lit up here by the sunrise. So it's a nice start. Let's go ahead and check things out here on the radar. We have a few little storms out there this morning. You can see them kind of rumbling about in coastal areas. So we've been seeing that here to start off the day. Not anything unusual to get some thunderstorms to begin the day in coastal areas of Pensacola. Pretty much the whole city right now getting a pretty decent little thunderstorm. So getting some rain here to start the day off with. This won't last too long. It'll fizzle out. We've got a couple other small ones here. One over DIP going out over towards the part of the bay. Then also we got one right on top of Fish River right now. Very small little shower. Another little one bubbling up around Dolphin Island, about to head over the causeway in Cedar Point. So there's a few out there. Not a big deal kind of thing. These will fizzle out the next couple of hours. By lunchtime, things will be pretty quiet. And then we'll get into the heat of the day, and then a couple more showers and storms will bubble up. So your overall risk of seeing any showers or storms today only around 20%. So a lot of us will miss out on any of this stuff. But if you get one in the afternoon, that will help cool you off on what's going to be a very hot day. Temperatures well up into the 90s here this afternoon. Very hot conditions, light southerly winds out there for us on our Saturday. So get ready. It's going to be a hot weekend all the way around, hitting the mid-90s in spots. We'll have those hit and miss storms around as well. And the tropics going through a little bit of a lull right now. How long will that last? I'll explain coming up in a few minutes.
Matt, thank you. As you wake up this morning, 5 students from Saraland High School are home in quarantine after possibly being exposed to a positive COVID-19 case at Saraland High School. The news coming just a day after Saraland City Schools reopened their doors. The person testing positive was at school as recently as Thursday for the district's first day of class. The Saraland school says that they immediately started contact tracing for anyone within 6 feet of the positive individual for more than 15 minutes, and 5 students were identified. The school believes the person who tested positive was exposed by a family member and did not get it from school.
It will happen again. It will happen in every school system. It's going to happen anywhere that brings in people on a regular basis.
The superintendent says he expects to get more cases. The students who were sent home will learn online until they can return to class safely. From in-person learning to virtual classrooms, Baldwin County parents given the choice and many choosing to go digital. We're learning Baldwin County Virtual School will have almost 7,000 students this year. That's a massive increase from last year's amount. Investigative reporter Brendan Kirby has been digging into the numbers and what they mean.
The 7,000 students are 23 times as many as the 300 students who attended the virtual school last year. And it might grow a little more between now and Wednesday. Baldwin School Superintendent Eddie Tyler told parents this week that the program is almost at capacity. Instead of opening it for additional enrollment through the end of the month, as originally planned, the school system will allow registration on Monday for 1 day only. Spanish Fort resident Serena Faircloth is among the parents who have already enrolled their children. She says it will be her children's first year at the virtual school, but adds it wasn't a hard decision.
Biggest reason is because of the uncertainty at this point on, what the kids are going through at school when they get there. The mask and all that kind of stuff. I'm really big on schedules. And I just can't see that if they start and in 3 weeks something happens and they have to come home and quarantine, or they shut down schools again, then we have to go through this other stuff yet again.
For those who cannot get into the virtual school, Tyler recommended in his letter applying to the statewide K-12 virtual school run by the Eufaula school system. But that program now is closed too. Parents going to that website will be directed to apply to a sister program run by the Chickasaw school system, the Alabama Destinations Career Academy. Both of those online programs use the same Virginia-based private education company for curriculum and administrative support. Michelle Eller, the assistant superintendent of the Chickasaw school system and liaison to the online program, says it recently increased its target enrollment from 1,300 to 2,100. She says interested parents should act fast. Students at the Baldwin County Virtual School will have until August 27th to move back to the classroom. After that, students can only move back at the end of each quarter for elementary students and each semester for older students.
That's actually our plan. We're hoping to make it to January, and then if it looks better and things are going better at school, then we would like to go back.
Superintendent Tyler says the large number of virtual learners also benefits students who will be in the buildings, since classes will be smaller. Reporting for Fox 10 News, this is Brendan Kirby.
Brendan, thank you. And Mobile County Public School students won't be going back to class on Monday as originally planned. The superintendent making that tough decision a few weeks ago to push the opening date back to September 1st. And students will learn remotely for the first 9 weeks. The county's top educator says it's the best choice for the 53,000 students and 8,000 staff members he works for. The situation will be reevaluated at the end of the first quarter to determine the best path forward. We have the school systems keeping our kids safe plan on our Fox 10 News app right now. Classes started again for another school system in our area. The Escambia County, Alabama public school system is starting off the new school year with a staggering start. They are welcoming back students in phases. A third went back on Friday, another third coming back on Monday, and the final third will arrive on Tuesday.
Now, we did this to be able to provide an opportunity for our staff to have the time and to talk with our students, make them understand that, the precautions we're making.
Administrators say face masks are required and students have assigned seats on school buses. Those buses will also be sanitized in the morning and the evening. This morning, the Mobile County Health Department is saying Friday's report marks the second highest numbers of COVID-19 cases added in one day. The health department says 243 cases were added Thursday, up from 206. The number of deaths is also up as well. 4 more deaths reported on Friday. The department still did not report the number of hospitalizations, but they say they will start doing that again on Monday. As for whether the mandatory mask ordinance is working, Dr. Wendy Murphy said we're just now getting to the point where she thinks we'll be able to tell.
About 4 weeks ago, our percent positive laboratory tests jumped up again around the low 20s, 20, 21, 21.5, which was similar to percent positive way back in April. And that has gone down slightly but steady for the past 4 weeks. So we hope that that trend will continue, and that may be an early sign that the mask ordinance is working.
As for hospitals, Dr. Murphy says they all are maintaining capacity, but staffing is an issue because some healthcare workers are being forced to quarantine.